I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromat.
It is so damn ironic of you to bring up Chinese restaurants and dry cleaners and laundromats, because we didn't choose those jobs. We were actually forced into them due to the anti-Asian laws created by white Americans and white European immigrants. And the only reason why those businesses survived was largely because of the support of black people. But a lot of you bootlickers don't know your history. And for that, I'm gonna have to take you to school. Domain expansion. Infinite TED Talk. What's up, everyone? My name is Rainier, and this is the true history of boycotting Asian businesses. You see, before Chinese restaurants and gas stations and beauty supply stores, the first Chinese migrants were actually in America in the 1800s during the California Gold Rush, and then to build the Transcontinental Railroad across the West Coast. But when the gold ran out and the final train tracks were laid, the American economy fell into a depression, and poor white Americans and European immigrants started to feel threatened by Chinese labor. And so what do? They joined anti-coolie clubs, and they advocated for anti-coolie laws that would limit the opportunities of Chinese laborers and tax anybody who hired Chinese workers. The racism was so bad that Chinese people were hunted down in their neighborhoods, beaten up by mobs of white men, or just straight up lynched in the streets. This violence is a big reason why Chinatowns were created in the first place. They are ghettos. They are safe spaces where Chinese people could set up shop and live together. But because of these anti-coolie laws, the only businesses that they could set up and get financing for were restaurants, grocery stores, and laundromats. Quick side note, so you should definitely watch the Warrior series because it's based on the writings of Bruce Lee, and it's set in the 1870s during all this anti-Asian racism. But even though black people were fighting their own freedoms at the time, they still took the initiative to speak up for Asians. And in 1869, the great Frederick Douglass gave the Composite Nation speech, where he said, "Let the Chinaman come. He will help to augment the national wealth. He will help to develop our boundless resources. He will help to pay off our national debt. He will help to lighten the burden of our national taxation. He will give us the benefit of his skill as a manufacturer and as a tiller of the soil in which he is unsurpassed." Then in 1871 in Los Angeles, a mob of 500 white men robbed Chinese businesses and killed 19 Chinese immigrants. Hatred was so commonplace that companies would release advertisements to sell their laundry products using anti-Chinese racism. And then decades later, when the Hoover Company needed to sell washing machines.
So Chinese people now are starting to create a movement which they are trying to boycott black businesses. I'm telling you this, go on. Go on. I'm enjoying the whole show. I'm enjoying the fact that you guys are also starting to realize that, okay, blacks are boycotting. You want to fight back. You want to counterattack. Go on. I'm not sure a black man really cares about you boycotting our own businesses. We don't really care. I mean, what do you actually get from us? That's the question. What do we benefit from you? That's the thing. What do we really benefit from you? But guess what? You benefit from us the most. We spend our money on your shops. We spend our money in your salons. The question is, why do you want to even boycott us? Because we don't even have, we don't even see the benefits of you boycotting us in the first place. So I don't really see the need for the boycott. But there's something that I really wanted to say, because now it seems like Asians are turning to Trump to help them stop the boycott. I don't think this is going to work out for you guys here. Yeah? I don't think the moment you guys start realizing that blacks, Asians, they are considered as a minority race, they are considered as the inferiority race, then you start realizing that you don't have to be fighting each other. Look, the true beginning of this boycott came from a couple of things. One, the fact that blacks are treated, they're not treated properly, they're not treated right, they're always racially profiled. I know the Richard case has made the situation boil up. Lots of people are talking about getting attention. I want to also talk about the fact that Asians have made it very difficult for blacks to own or source out and distribute products. There's some sort of monopoly, right? And to be honest, I cannot deny the fact that activists speaking about black culture, racism, and all that has also influenced this. I cannot deny it. But the truth is, the moment you guys try to remove that part of it and try to seem like we're just boycotting you guys because we don't want you guys to succeed, that's where the problem starts. There's this saying that my grandma told me. She's like, there's no smoke without fire. The effect of the boycott is because of what has just been happening. The rich house case, the racial profiling, all these types of things, right? But there's more clips because I'm very surprised on the fact that Asians are starting to warn us. They're also calling on Trump to help stop the boycott. If they thought the boycott wasn't helping them, then why are they calling on the president yet? Let's watch more.
In those black neighborhoods, which means black people were speaking up for Asians in the West Coast and putting dollars into our businesses in the American South. Fast forward to the 1980s when Vincent Chin was bludgeoned to death with a baseball bat by two white men who thought that Vincent was Japanese. Ronald Ebens and Michael Nitz recently lost their job at the Chrysler factory, and they blamed the Japanese car market for destroying the American automotive industry, and so they killed Vincent Chin. And when the Asian community needed to seek justice, who showed up for us? Jesse Jackson. I could honestly keep going, but I'm going to end on this note. If you know the Disney movie, The Jungle Book, then you know the author of the original book, Rudyard Kipling. But what you might not know is that Rudyard also infamously created the poem, The White Man's Burden, which symbolizes the pain and the struggle of being a white man who is responsible for carrying African, Asian, Latino, and indigenous people out of the jungles of barbarism into the promised land of civilization. But for a lot of you bootlickers, you seem to think that just because you're in another basket that you're better than black folks, even though we've worked on the same plantations and we've been lynched by the same angry mobs. You're trying so hard to get invited to the picnic, even though history has proven that we'll never truly be accepted by them. And in fact, history shows us the opposite. History has shown us that even though black people have no reason to invite us to the cookout, for well over a century, they have still had the heart to save us a plate. So to all you ungrateful Asian bootlickers out there crying about black people boycotting Asian businesses, just know that this protest doesn't come from nowhere. It came from over 100 years of showing love to Asian people and not receiving that same love and support in return. And goddamn, I think it's time that we need to return the favor.
Morning, peeps. I just wanted to come in real quick to clarify a few things regarding the blackout. Some are calling it the blackout, some are calling it the boycott. I want to first say to the Asians out there who are doing videos, throwing up in black people's faces to stop using Asian products, and y'all are calling out the iPhone, for instance, right? Stop using the iPhone. I think you guys are confusing made in China or manufactured in China with who actually owns the company. So you say stop using the iPhone. I say the iPhone is only made in China or manufactured in China. The person who owns the company is a group of white men. It was started by Steve Jobs, a white man, here in the United States. Okay, and now it's owned by two other white men. But yeah, it's made in China. They make the iPhone in China. But yeah, a Chinese person doesn't own it. The same thing with clothes or Jordans. Y'all brought up Nike and Jordans, right? Yeah, it may be manufactured in China, made in China, but Nike is a U.S. based, a U.S. owned company. And Jordan, Michael Jordan, is a black man. Next, y'all keep bringing up about TikTok being a Chinese company. partially true. Last year, maybe the year before, TikTok was forced to sell the majority of the business to Larry Ellison, he's the owner of the Oracle Group. There's an investment group over here in the United States and in Israel. And I believe one of those Middle Eastern countries is also a part of the group. Yeah, they bought TikTok. Yeah, they own 80% of the US based TikTok. The Chinese only owns about 20%. So the Chinese are no longer the majority owner of TikTok. Yeah, I need for y'all to catch up on all of this. Next, for all of you Asians that are threatening to boycott Black businesses, I wish you the very best of luck with that. Why? Because you all rarely patronize Black businesses in the first place. So, yeah, good luck to you on that. Lastly, to my people, Black people, I know you've been putting in work to research Black-owned nail salons, Black-owned beauty supply stores, even Black-owned liquor stores or wine and spirits or anything like that for you to patronize. I know you've been putting in work, but you're going to have to put in just a little bit more work, because what the Asians are now doing, when you go to Google a certain businesses, they are putting in their descriptions that their business is Black owned. They're putting it in the metadata. They are trying to trick Black people. Okay, so you're going to have to do a little bit more research to ensure that that nail salon is Black owned, to ensure that that beauty supply store is Black owned. And you may find that you Googled one of those businesses and Google said that this was a Black owned business, and you get into that beauty supply store and you don't see any Black faces in that beauty supply store. And then you're going to have to decide if you are going to turn around and walk out, or if you're going to spend your dollars in that supply store or that nail salon. I'm hoping that you will turn around and walk out. Black business owners who have websites, put the owner and a picture of the owner. Do an about section of the owner. Do a owner spotlight on your website. Make it easy for us to know that this business is Black owned. You have Black text. Take a picture with your Black text at your nail salon, so we know for sure that we're dealing with a Black owned business. Help us out, so that there won't be any questions or any doubt that your business is Black owned.
Like the Asian business owners, Chinese, Korean, I never know like which is which when I'm looking at them or talking to them, but they are in an uproar right now. They are so upset because it is said that their businesses are getting boycotted, that their parking lots are empty, based off of a not guilty verdict that's recently happened prior to this weekend. And there's a lot of people upset, and people are really upset at the Asian community. I have never ever seen an Asian go off before until today. I have never seen a Korea or a Chinese person go off and just go in so hard until I seen it today on TikTok. These people are pissed. Allegedly, one Asian came back and said that we actually need them, that we can't make it without their businesses. They said everything that we buy is made in China, made in Korea, and so on and so on. The guy basically said that we cannot make it without their products. But yet, I don't think that he completely lied. If you go into our stores, 90% of what's on those shelves in the store, made in China. The next time you go to Walmart, Target, or any of those stores, pick up one of those coffee cups, look at the bottom of it, made in China. Your spoons, knife, and fork set, turn it over and look at it, made in China. The next time you go buy a blanket or something, look at the tag on the blanket. Made in China. So they are talking, bro, and these people are pissed because they feel like the boycott is really affecting their businesses. And if it's true, and some of the videos I seen on TikTok today is true, and they're not made up AI videos, it looks like that boycott is taking effect extremely fast. One lady pulled up to 3 of the nail salons, and every last one of them was empty, man. Now, I don't know if those nail salons open on Sunday. She could have been capping and pulled up on a day that they were closed, but it seems to me like those nail salons are open 7 days a week, man. But them Asians is starting to try to clap back, bro. Y'all better be careful. I ain't never seen an Asian go off like I seen today. It's getting crazy out here.
An Asian content creator got on this here internet wearing what can only be described as a Black American starter kit and decided to tell Black people that our money doesn't matter. Okay. According to him, Black people need Asian-owned businesses more than Asian-owned businesses need Black people. A boycott wouldn't move anything. The loss wouldn't register. Our dollars don't count. Now, this might just be me, but if I genuinely believed that somebody's money didn't matter, I don't think I'd spend my afternoon making a video about it. So naturally, I went looking at the history, because this conversation isn't really about just one video, right? The very second that Black people start talking economics, where our money goes, who profits from it, who builds wealth off our communities, people get uncomfortable. That same discomfort doesn't appear when other groups do the same thing. Every immigrant community that's come to this country has done it. Jewish, Chinese, Korean, Italian, Indian, Armenian, pooling resources, building businesses, keeping their money inside their communities for as long as possible. Nobody finds that controversial, though. But what they fail to recognize is that we understood the same thing. We had to. After slavery, Black communities built banks, hospitals, insurance companies, schools, newspapers, whole business districts. The Greenwood neighborhood in Tulsa, Oklahoma had 191 businesses. It had 2 schools, a hospital, and a library, all by 1921. They called it Black Wall Street. But on May 31st, 1921, a white mob attacked it. 2 days of looting, burning, and shooting. But it's us, right? We're the problem. 35 square blocks destroyed. More than 1,200 Black homes, businesses, schools, and churches, y'all, burned to the ground. World War I era planes dropped bombs from the sky on the Greenwood neighborhood. The official death toll was 36. But we know the estimates were around 300 Black people killed, murdered. The survivors were rounded up and held in internment camps in their own city. They were issued identification cards and couldn't leave without permission from a white supervisor. Insurance companies refused every claim. They had something called a riot clause. Not a single Black resident ever received financial assistance to rebuild. So when somebody gets on the internet and tells Black people that our money doesn't matter, I automatically think they're a dumbass. A racist dumbass. Corporations spend billions chasing Black consumers. Political campaigns spend millions trying to reach Black voters. Entire industries are built around marketing to Black communities. Our money matters. It mattered enough to burn a city for it in 1921. It mattered enough to redline neighborhoods for the next 50 years. It matters enough that every quarter, somebody's profit and loss statement depends on us showing up. Apparently our money matters right up until we start talking about where we want to spend it. Then all of a sudden it doesn't. Right? Nobody's entitled to Black customers. We spend our money where we want. That's how markets work. That's how capitalism works. That's how every other community inside this country operates. The fact that this becomes a controversy every time Black people say it out loud tells me that this was never about money. It was about leverage. And this country has been comfortable with Black spending. It's Black leverage that's always made them nervous. But if you know anything about me, you know I love a good challenge. Shop Black. Spend with your people. I'm gonna show you better than I can tell you. We gonna show you better than we can tell you. Invest in Black businesses. Build the community. Y'all, we are overdue.
I come on here to tell y'all that I am not boycotting Asian restaurants. I'm not boycotting Asian like nail techs. You know why? Because I never shopped with them motherfuckers anyway.
This comment is problematic for me on so many different levels. I decided I want to break it down and talk about it. Let's talk about the boycott first. The boycott isn't just about Chow. This is how I see it. It's generations upon generations of bigotry and racism and mistreatment against Black people from Asian people operating businesses in Black communities. Accumulative, like years and years piled up on top of each other. And that accumulation adds to many young Black people, young men in particular, being murdered by white people or Asian people. It just seems like it's a systematic disease in this country. And it didn't come from out of nowhere. And some of the ways that I'm talking about it, I'm hoping to dissect how it came to be this way. And if you want to go back to my other videos, please take a look. And as for boycotting Asian businesses, I don't think anybody talking about this particular boycott is talking about universal boycott of Asian businesses, because, I mean, how many of y'all got Samsung phones? You drive a Honda, a Kia? I mean, it's just silly. I think it's on a smaller scale, person to person, community to community interactions. I think it's more of a grassroots movement, and immediately people who are directly connected to these communities are going to feel the pain of it. I think that's the intent. I mean, to take it a step further, I don't see anybody talking about boycotting, Tao, the very, very famous Asian restaurants in Vegas and New York and other places, or anime for that matter. BTS, anyone? K-pop? I mean, come on. And don't let me get started on, no, don't let me get there. I was going to talk about Asian women and American and Western men, but that's a whole different topic. And as for your comment about who will replace the Asians, are you serious? Like, first of all, Asian people are not a monolith. Like, any person isn't a monolith of anything, right? But Asian people are not a group that you can just pluck out and replace with something. Just like we can't replace Black people. We can't replace white people. We can't replace human beings in the manner that you're talking about. And as for you talking about how are we raising kids to aspire to be nail techs and restaurant owners and whatnot, do you see how you sound right there? I mean, do you even understand what you just said? The goal here in our humanity is to raise children who can be anything they want based on their talents, their level of commitment, and what's available for them. It's not about us raising kids to do something to fit a narrative of a certain group of people. That's just plain short-sighted and ignorant and narrow-minded. I know a highly educated Black woman who has a daughter, a teenage daughter, and the mom herself, she's like, you know what? I think she's gonna have to be a nail tech because she won't study. All she cares about is being cute. And it's just gonna have to be okay, because she'll be able to make a living, and I have to be okay that she doesn't have to have an MBA and have 18 other degrees to make it feel like she's worth anything in this country or this life. And my dry cleaner, he's Albanian. So to bring it all back on this boycott, I respect anyone who wants to do it. And any Asian person out here running your mouth and being an asshole and fighting about it, it's your fault. It's people like you that we blame on this particular issue.
I really want you guys to watch this video.
You don't go into a Black neighborhood without seeing Asian businesses or restaurants or liquor store owners, and vice versa. You don't go into Asian neighborhoods without seeing Black customers and Black clients that keep our businesses alive. And
you don't go into the Black community without seeing Asian businesses and restaurant and liquor store owners. But you don't go into the Asian community without seeing Black customers and clients. Do you see the problem there? In just 15 seconds, not only did she show the problem between the Black and Asian community, but she shows the problem of the Black community and our continuous allowance of us to let other people come in and economically exploit us, and for other people to see and benefit from our economic viability. Everyone but us benefits. Not only is economic exploitation horrible enough, it gets worse than that. They come into our communities and they're very anti-Black, and they treat our people disrespectfully, and oftentimes it has led to them taking Black lives. This happened in 1991. This happened in 2023. This is a 30-year period and the exact same things are happening. Something is immensely wrong as to why we have still allowed this to continue. The fact that we know how horribly we are treated by these business owners and their communities in our own community, and yet we have still somehow allowed them to be economically benefiting from us, is insanity. And the craziest part of it all is that none of these communities, whether it's Asian, Arabic, or even Palestinian, yes, are bringing in businesses that can benefit us, or that are necessary, are vital to our well-being. We don't need Chinese food to survive, so there's no point of us supporting them. We don't need our nails done to survive. We don't need liquor stores and drugs and horrible food that they're selling us. So the fact that they're able to still have economic viability in our communities is insane. They aren't bringing in hospitals to our communities. They're not bringing in grocery stores to our communities. There is no advantage of Black people allowing Asian businesses, Arabic, Palestinian businesses in our community. We're not even bringing in businesses that are selling products and goods that we could go and resell later that have some type of resale value. So it just is so preposterous that this is continuing to happen. And just if you thought it couldn't get any more silly, in 2020, they came out with Stop Asian Hate, to suggest that Black people were committing crimes against Asians. But if we're the ones who hated them, how are they allowed to open up businesses in our communities, and yet we aren't allowed to open businesses in their communities? Black people are the ones who helped them get that crime bill passed.
I can't even lie, y'all. Right now, I am so proud of the Black community. With all of these tragic events Black America has been hit with lately, we have been able to take these negatives and turn it into a positive. After the tragic murder of Cyrus Belton, a 14-year-old Black kid who went inside of a store and was falsely accused of stealing water, who then ran out and was chased down, shot in the back. Rick Chow, the gas station owner, an Asian man, was then found not guilty. As a result of this, Black people decided that we need to boycott Asian businesses, which is kind of unfair. But what I need Asians and all of these other minorities to understand is that this is a reaction to something that we have been seeing time and time again. 30, 40 years ago, Latasha Harlan, shot in the head every little time. She didn't even go to prison. And just the overwhelming amounts of anti-Blackness from the Asian community. A lot of times with these stores in our neighborhoods, they profile us, they discriminate against us, they talk shit, they don't respect us. So with this situation with Cyrus Belton, Black people are like, why give our money to people who do not like us? And it's sad because at the expense of Asian business owners, this has caused a rise in Black solidarity. Black people are now shopping with more Black-owned businesses. They're supporting each other more. We're loving each other more. So if you are a viewer of mine and you're not Black, you're a minority, I need you to understand that is where the frustration is coming from. It's coming from a pattern of Asians being used as foot soldiers for white supremacy. And the way I see it, man, I do want everyone to live peacefully in America. But I think that in order for us to have that, Black people have to establish solidarity within our own communities first. And you know, I'm just sitting here thinking like the way that we support these Asian businesses, I don't really see that in return. I don't see a lot of Asians in the soul food spots. I don't see y'all, you know, in the Black salon spots. So a lot of Black people have the mindset like, hold on, man, let me just rock with my people more. It should just be a no-brainer because this is what everybody else do. You know, Asians, they have Chinatown, they got all these, they support each other. That's one thing I can give to y'all community. Y'all are solid. And as Black people, that is just something that we are trying to establish. So y'all know me, man. I'm pro-blickety Black to the fullest, but I do want to have nuance to the situation. I feel bad that this is at the expense of, you know, some of the good Asian business owners. But at the end of the day, we have to prioritize ourselves in order to actually establish this solidarity that the whole world wants. It's only right that we put ourselves first. Now, what I want to do to carry my load, y'all, is I want to start promoting some black businesses on this channel. I'm going to make a new business email, and it's going to be in the description of this video. Whatever your black business is, it don't matter if you sell comic books, if you do paintings, if you sell jewelry, if you sell toilet paper, no matter what it is, shoot me an email, give me an overview of your product, send me your website, and what I want to start doing is dedicating the last couple of minutes to my videos of just supporting black businesses. And all of this is going to be free of charge. I don't got to pay me or anything. I have a huge platform, and this is the least I can do, man. So shoot me an email if you know somebody with a black business, send them my email. So yeah, man, make sure y'all do that. But in this video, we are going to look at some reactions from the Asian community and just see what y'all folks on, man. So right here we have an Asian young man, and he says, we're going to boycott Asian businesses. And he said, but there are no other grocery stores in the hood. And this whole thing right now is just bringing these people true colors out. I be telling y'all this all the time, like with Twitter, the Asian community, all this type of stuff. They be like, oh, bro, it's just bots in the comments, it's this and that. No, these are people's real feelings. They just not going to say it to your face. The internet is now a way for people to tell how they really feel. And right now, a lot of these folks' true colors are coming out. And one of the top comments right here, this brother put it perfectly. Everyone is showing their true colors. This is a very beautiful time to be alive. And yes, I want y'all to tell how y'all feel. Stop playing in our face, because I guarantee y'all cannot go to these white neighborhoods, treat them like shit and get their money. Like y'all purposely go in the middle of the hood, y'all. They go to the lowest goddamn income area and complain about the trouble. You put your store there. You gotta know what come with it. Why not go to the white neighborhood? Oh, I forgot. They ain't gonna let you in there. We will travel. Don't underestimate us. And someone replied, please do go far away. Hey, bro, not even to be on no funny shit, nigga. We American. I don't even know if he's Asian or not, but you ain't even from here, dog. But y'all wake up call gonna come. The same white folks that y'all tap dance for have the highest crimes against y'all. I just seen a video of this white man murdering his Asian wife, and I seen no backlash from the Asian community. So I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all have seen this video already, but this was an Asian man who basically was like, hell yeah, y'all boycott us, dog. And he ended up deleting the video. He ended up deleting the video because this pretty much made black people just double down on this shit, dog. And once again, his response is showing how they truly feel.
When the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses, please do.
Here we
We'll get rid
go.
of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well.
So he said the Chinese takeout stores. Y'all feeding folks bullshit anyway. All of that is poison. He said the laundromats and dry cleaners, brother, this isn't the 1990s anymore. Many people have their own fucking washer and dryer. And even if they don't, living in certain apartment complexes or neighborhoods, they have washer and dryers. The liquor stores, take that shit away. Once again, you're harming the black community. So everything he just mentioned about taking out of the black neighborhoods would actually benefit us. I always talk about how
to the Asian man who challenged all black people to boycott all Asian businesses, I'd like to say thank you. We haven't seen a level of unity and camaraderie this large since probably George Floyd. I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know if black people would have ever gotten to this point where we all unified under one singular movement this way. Like, it is powerful. The Asian people are starting to feel the effects of what you have done. This is impacting your people more than it's impacting my people. We are uniting against this. You have destroyed Asian businesses. That's you. You did that. And I'd like to thank you for getting my people to work together on something like this. This means the world to me. And to the Asian people who are hurting because of the decisions and the words that this person has said, you know who to come for. He did this to you, not us. He said we don't want you guys, so we said okay.
And while a lot of people from the Asian community have been showing their true colors lately about this boycott against them, I got to thinking, I ain't never seen y'all at Mama Lucy's over there in Miami. I ain't never seen y'all at Sunday's Eatery in Miami Gardens. I ain't never seen y'all at Sister Sarah's Crab House over there in Fort Lauderdale. I ain't never seen y'all at Shisha, the one in Hollywood or the one in Lauderhill. I ain't never seen y'all at the Dutch Pot or Donna's Caribbean restaurant. And these are all popular black owned places down here in South Florida that I frequented one too many times, and I ain't never seen y'all there. So while y'all upset that we're no longer going to be patronizing y'all businesses, it seems like y'all ain't been patronizing ours from the beginning, meaning this has always been a one-sided thing from the beginning. And now y'all upset because the one side is about to take their side back.
Exactly. The truth is that most Asians never have patronized, shown love to black businesses. Tell me if there's any. Tell me a popular one you know. Just let me know. I think I haven't seen. If you have, let me know. But I can remember many times when blacks patronize Asian businesses, their stores, restaurants, salons, so many times. Now, the truth is this. I have just said this, Asians, the moment you guys realize that this boycott is not going to help you guys, and the very first person who made that video, that very first guy who dared black people, and I think I've seen a couple of creators also do the same thing. The moment they take their phones and say, okay, I take my words back, I'm sorry, my bad, I'm very sorry for what I did, I was just being emotional, I'll give you my true reasons. I think black people are very understandable, but the truth is we want to see sincerity to it. We want sincerity, and the whole idea of this boycott is going to end, and we want respect as well. We don't want to see cases where Asians fight blacks, blacks fight Asians. The white supremacy is going to still dominate. If this continues, that's the point. That's just the whole point. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you love this video. See you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.